standing in front of the chemical waste facility on Palm Road. This is the central waste site. Once we pick up the chemical waste from around campus, it all gets funneled to this location and then removed every 3 months for disposal. So here's the inside of the central waste facility on Palm Road. You can see some of the fiber drums that have been packed. The bottles and other containers are segregated according to what kind of treatment or disposal the end disposal is going to be. And then they are shipped off to whatever permitted treatment, storage, and disposal facility that they will end up at. I'm going to show you a few of the bottles. Some have good labels and some don't. Need some gloves. Here's a bottle that somebody has reused, which is fine. You can triple rinse and dry out the bottles that you have in your labs and then reuse them. Somebody has put a waste label on it. What's nice about this is it tells us in a word that's written out, not abbreviated, what the chemical is inside, and also the parts per million of that. But then also what's on it is the fluid that the manganese is in. They do have an abbreviation. We recognize that as nitric acid. What is even better for those of you who have sloppy handwriting is to write out nitric acid, because often abbreviations are well known in a lab, a specific lab, but not anybody outside of the lab. So we know that that is nitric acid. We also have a percentage. Percentages are very, very helpful. And also, again, on the left side of the has waste label, they've checked off what that is. So if you have a combination of constituents in the solution, checking off what categories of waste those fall into is also helpful for us. Here is a container that came from chemistry. It's got some student preps that we're trying to get rid of. We have to group these. The labeling is typically not very good on them. So the safety manager, Kian Leach, in chemistry, has put one of the hazardous waste labels on them and given us the group of the chemicals that they fall into. She's also told us by checking off one of the categories on the left what those are. So in here we have some ketones, they're dried, and this is the label that we can use because student preps are not appropriately labeled for waste disposal. I'm standing in the central waste facility in the bulking room. For our larger solvent generators, we can provide them with a safety can that holds 5 gallons. We have certain solvents that can go into these, and so we ask them, the ones that we didn't provide these for, to put the hazardous waste, the green labels in here to tell us exactly what is in there, and then we can separate that into the specific drums that will fall into. Over here we have a couple of drums that we've started pouring into. This is an acidic solvent drum, so it would have methanol, and some acid that will bring the pH down. This one is a non-halogenated solvent drum, so just the ethanol, methanol, that sort of thing, without the acids. And over here we have a halogenated solvent drum that we started filling, so that's your methyl chloride or anything with the halogens, like bromine, chlorine, that sort of thing. This is Tom Shaw, our the chemist waste technician. He is currently packing one of the containers that he's put a bunch of bottles into. This one is ready to go. This is a DOT package. It's has this label, waste label on it for shipping. It also has the DLT label, hazard labels. This one is an oxidizer. It is also corrosive.
Okay, so where's it going to go?
All the waste goes to incinerator in East Liverpool, Ohio. It operates at about 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, so we'll take this full container and we'll feed it right into the incinerator and burns it all up.
Burns it up.
Most of the things get packaged a little different, but for the most part, we'll take a whole drum like that and feed it right in.
And what happens to the smoke?
It goes to a series of scrubbers, and the only emissions they attribute